Hello guys and welcome back to another video by me, Pages, and hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And before I start off the topic of today's video, which will be all about how to get bigger score streaks easier, I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting my live stream that I had 2 nights ago. That was my first ever live stream in my entire life, and I did it here on YouTube, and you guys supported it so much. And it is on my channel if some of you haven't seen it. It's a 4-hour long video. We streamed for 4 hours, my first time ever, and it was a huge success in my opinion. You guys supported it out of this world, and we had so much fun. So thank you so much for that experience. And I am thinking of doing another live stream today if the new Black Ops 3 DLC pack number 3 comes out today. If so, I'm planning to do a full stream on that so I can cover all the maps and the zombies in one stream. If that's something you would be interested in, let me know in the comments down below. But that's it. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really want to do more streams because you guys made it such an amazing experience. Thank you for supporting it, and enjoy today's video, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Alright guys, so let's get into the topic of today's video, which is all about how to get big score streaks easier in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And not only that, but also faster. And I'm going to go over a couple of tips that I think will help you guys out a lot. And for some of you, these tips might be very, very obvious, but I also think they might be very helpful as well. So if you do kind of know how to get bigger score streaks, I do advise you guys to watch the entire video regardless, because there might come up something that you haven't thought about before. So just sit down, relax, and let's get into this topic. So first of all, I am not a professional Call of Duty player whatsoever, but I really enjoy the game. I played it a lot, and I found a couple of tricks that I think you guys can benefit from throughout my time in this game. And what I want to talk about first of all is what is a big score streak in Black Ops 3? And you might say, if I ask you this question, what is a big score streak in Black Ops 3? And you would probably say Mothership. And I would not disagree with you whatsoever, because the Mothership is the biggest, most expensive score streak in this game. But then again, is that score streak really worth using? Because in my opinion, it's definitely not worth it at all. And just let's be real here for a second. How many times have you gone into a match of Black Ops 3 and you've seen a Mothership just going into town on the enemy team or your team? And if you have seen this, how often? It usually never happens, and the Mothership is just not as strong as previous chopper gunners, AC-130s in different Call of Duties before Black Ops 3. Let's just be honest, it's not as strong as them, and the maps and the way Black Ops 3 is constructed, it's very hard to do really well with the Mothership, except for Nuketown. If you get it on Nuketown, you will put on Rain of Death on the enemy team. But then again, how hard isn't it to earn big score streaks on Nuketown, because that is the most chaotic, crazy map in the game. So without going further into that, I think we all can agree that the Mothership is just not worth it. And there are other score streaks as well that you can get kills with, but it's not that effective every single time you use them, and that is something like the Lightning Strike, the Hellstorm, and especially the Rolling Thunder. I do recommend you guys to just stay away from these. I would much more recommend to go for the Cerberus, Sentry Gun, Talon, Wraith, and then we come to the big guys that I think is worth using, and is also what I'm using in this gameplay right here. The Wraith, the Raps, and the GI unit. It's definitely the strongest streaks in this game, and let's now go into my tips on how to earn them faster and easier. And my first tip is actually a perk called Anti-Up, and you can find this in Black Ops 3 on the perk 2 slot. It's one of the green perks, and this perk allows you to get more score towards your score streak. So let's say you're, for example, going for a UAV. If you use the Anti-Up score streak, you will have 150 score already given to you before you even start your game. So a score streak like UAV, which cost about 500 score, will now cost you 350. So you will earn it with only 4 kills instead of, for example, 5. And if you cap C in the beginning of domination, you already have those 50 points, so now you only need 3 kills to get that UAV. So it's basically a perk that gives you a little bit of score before you even start the game, which could be very beneficial for those of you who do struggle with getting those bigger score streaks. And if you do combine this tip with all the other tips that I'm going to give you throughout this video, it might actually make a huge difference. Me personally don't use the perk too much because I just need to have fast hands on my class or scavenger, but then again, it's definitely a good perk to help you out throughout a gameplay. So let's go over to my tip number 2, which is all about the game mode you should play. And definitely go ahead and play objective types of game modes. And my perfect examples of this is game modes like Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, and the mode you're watching right here, Domination, because these modes allows you to get more score without even have to touch a single enemy. But then again, if you are able to kill enemies while you're capping a flag or doing something objective oriented, you'll be able to earn even more score towards your bigger score streaks. And let me just show you a perfect example of that right here. And as you can see right now, this is the second half of a game on Domination on Hunted. And I already have a little bit of score towards my score streak, but right here I'm capping, I'm doing a risky move, killing a lot of people, and this is actually allowing me to earn all of my streaks because I'm capping while I'm killing 3 guys. And as you can see, that was a really easy thing to do, but it's also very risky. Of course, running by yourself to be without any support of your teammates, it's definitely something I wouldn't recommend, but it did show off how effective it could be in this clip. But then again, that brings me over to my tip number 3, which is a lot about your playstyle. And a lot of people will probably say if you camp a lot, for example, if you camp on C on Domination, which is where you spawn the entire game, you can just sit down, earn yourself kills, and that's probably the safest way to go towards your score streak. But then again, if you die right before your score streak, you wasted your entire game just camping, not helped out your team at all, and you didn't even accomplish what you wanted. So I don't want to promote that at all. I want you to play normally, rush around, help your team out, go on flags, do everything you can to win the game. But when you see that you're getting close to the bigger score streaks, that's when you need to slow it down, be more passive aggressive, and look out the situation, try to be smart, maybe go to the edges of the map to make sure that there will be nobody behind you, and always keep your aim up the entire time. Because if you go around a corner and you have your aim up and your enemy doesn't, you will have a huge advantage over them because you will be able to get those accurate shots before them. So be careful every time you move around a corner. Keep up your sight, and that will help you out a lot. And as you can see right here, I'm now in the enemy spawn. I can see, oh shit, I'm getting close to my Wraith. I need to slow it down. And then a guy pops up here. I kill him. I run out. Here is a sniper. Luckily, didn't hit me. And that's where I just go to the side of the map where I know there will be nobody behind me. And I just manipulate the spawn right here to get myself the wraps and the GI unit, which you will see here very, very soon. So that's what I mean about being careful when you're getting closer to your streaks. And for my tip number 4, we have another perk called Overdrive, which you can find in the perk 1 slot. And this basically allows you to get specialist abilities and specialist weapons even quicker. And combine that with my tip number 5, which is the specialist ability Combat Focus, which allows you to get score even quicker. It's basically like a double XP. You can get the maximum amount of 3 kills, which then will grant you 600 score if you get all of those 3 kills. And if you combine that with doing something objective wise like capping a flag, you will earn insanely amount of score like the clip you saw earlier. Let's say I would have Combat Focus on there. Oh my god, I would have earned all my streaks right away. Like if you get 3 kills while you're capping a flag with Combat Focus, you're set to go. So these are my tips for getting big score streaks easier in Black Ops 3 and also faster. Hopefully this will help you out, and if you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comment section. And if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate a like rating. But okay guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pejas, and I will see you in another video. Have a fantastic day. I'm out.